Hi and welcome to Gosford Station. Now today my destination is up to Catherine Hill Bay. Now Catherine Hill Bay is just south of Newcastle. Now to get there I'm going to catch the train, the Opal service that left Sydney at 6:21 this morning. It's a Tuesday today, so it leaves Sydney 6:21 Monday to Friday. I'm going to pick it up here at Gosford and take it through to Wyong. Now at Wyong I'm going to change for a bus which is going to take me through to Lake Haven. Then at Lake Haven I'm going to change for another bus which is headed for Swansea, which is going to take me through to Catherine Hill Bay. Anyway, I hope you'll join me for the day. And by the way, my name's Kerry and welcome to my YouTube channel, Public Transport and Card Hacks. Now here's our train now. Now the train's just a regular Opal service. All you need is an Opal card or a credit card to tap on. In fact, the whole day is going to be done just using an Opal card. I'm using my gold Opal card, so the whole day is going to cost just $2.50. And of course that doesn't include a beer with lunch or lunch.
The next stop is Wyong.
The bus we want to Lake Haven is bus 80 or 82. There's a few buses that runs out there, but here's one now. Well, that was good. I thought I had about a 20-minute wait, but it looks like I've caught an earlier bus.
You're better off sitting down for your own safety, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down, that's right. Making YouTube videos certainly has its challenges. Well, I was going to catch bus route 80 from Wyong to Lake Haven, but I've caught bus route 82, and I think it's a bit more of a scenic route. Hopefully it gets to Lake Haven on time to meet up with the bus out to Catherine Hill Bay. Fingers crossed. Well, welcome to Lake Haven.
Yeah, this is the only stop there is today.
Ah, okay. All buses leave from here today.
All buses are leaving from this one, mate.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, here we are at Lake Haven, and I've got about 20 minutes before the bus leaves for Catho, as the locals call it, Catherine Hill Bay. With 20 minutes to wait, I'll spend that time wisely, go into the shopping centre and see if I can find a toilet. Yes. Now I've still got 10 minutes before the bus leaves, so I decided not to waste that time and have a cuppa. Now we have a marshal here, a bus marshal here today, who's directing everybody. It seems that all buses are leaving from the rank 1 over there today due to roadworks. And it was good having the marshal here because he looked up the bus for me, made sure it was still running, and assured me that it'll be here at 9 o'clock. So we've got about 5 minutes to wait. I'll finish off my coffee. Yes, here's the bus we want. 99 to Swansea. Thanks, mate. I'm the only passenger so far. You don't get many? Ah. Well, here we are on the Pacific Highway. And I remember this road as a kid. It was just a 2-lane road. And if you're heading up to Newcastle, you head along this road, you come through Wyong Shopping Centre, and then from Wyong Shopping Centre, head along this road through to Swansea, and up through Charlestown, through to Newcastle. Now the driver's just made a right-hand turn off the Pacific Highway, and now I'm really lost. Well, here we are back on the Pacific Highway again. Uh-oh, sidetracked again. Now we're heading out to Somerville Point, and another place which starts with a G, but I'm too scared to try and pronounce it. Wonderland, is it? Yeah. Thanks very much. This is Wonderland or Summerland Point?
Summerland Point.
Right.
Yeah.
Great, thanks. That little town we just passed was the heart of Summerland Point. Wonderland, is it?
Yeah, you got the club there, some shops.
Wonderland Bowling Club. And behind is Lake
Right on the water.
Mon-Fri, yeah. And here's some nice homes here, right on Lake Macquarie. Well, after a quick trip to Summerland Point and Wonderland, here we are back on the highway again, heading north towards Swansea, and just up the road we should get the turn off to Catho, Catherine Hill Bay. bus stop here. There, is that it?
Doors opening.
Well,
Stand clear, please.
Thanks very much. Same to you. Welcome to Catherine Hill Bay. Now it's just on 10 o'clock and there's the next bus. There's a bus leaves here at 1:28 and it goes through to Swansea or Charlestown. So I'll catch that up to Charlestown. And once I get to Charlestown, there should be plenty of buses going into Newcastle Interchange or Newcastle or Broadmeadow or somewhere, and I'll get on one of those buses and I can get to a railway station, then I can head back to Sydney or head back to Gosford. Okay, let's have a look around. And there's the star of the day, the Catherine Hill Bay Wharf. Mining started here and they built a railway line from the mine, which is just over there, along here and over to the wharf. The ships would come in and they'd load their coal on the wharf over there. Now, today is not a really rough day, but look at the sea around the wharf. Like, imagine bringing a ship in there and trying to load coal. Just being here, like, this is not a bay or a harbour. It's what they term in maritime, they could call it a roadstead. So there's really no shelter. Now, the mariners who came in the small ships, which were called 60 milers, which took the coal down to Sydney and also up to Newcastle. Now it just amazes me that the wharf, for a start, still stands. Like, you'd have to build a very strong wharf, and I just hand it to the men who not only built it and the people who designed it. You'd have to do a really good job of that. But it's still standing today. Got other wharves in areas like, just take the Kurnell Wharf. Well, that was washed, that's in a bay, in the protection of a bay, but it was still washed away in a gale. Then there's the wharf at Byron Bay. That was washed away in a gale. Now, but this wharf is still here. Now, after leaving the clubhouse, there's a track here which obviously goes around to the wharf, but I don't think we're going to get too far because I think it's going to be all blocked off. And yes, it is. It appears it's blocked off the trucks, but I don't know if I'm breaking the law or not, but it's not blocked off to pedestrians. Okay, here's a little track over here. Well, there's no sign saying that I can't walk along here. Looks like this is going to be the end of the track. Unfortunately, we can't go out there and have a look because it's just a little bit too dangerous. But hopefully next time we come back here, the wharf will have been all done up and it'll be classed as one of New South Wales' most prized heritage collections. Fingers crossed. There's no shops in Catherine Hill Bay, but being a mining town, there's an old pub. Anyway, it's back up the hill. We passed it on the way in, but we'll walk back up, have a look at a few of the old miners' huts, and have lunch. I remember first time I come here was, I think it was about, would have been about 45 years ago. And from what I remember, there was a lot more miners' huts here then. But someone told me that a lot of them were lost in bushfires over the years. If anyone knows, I'd be happy to hear in the comments. Thanks. Like the ones built out of brick, like these two, my guess, now I don't know, is that they would have been homes for the engineers or some other VIPs who work for the coal companies who mine the coal here. Now that looks like an original. So if you've got a spare $1 million, come and buy it, you'd have a really nice little weekender. You'd have to restore it first. Nicely restored. There's new roads going in the back now, and there's new houses going to be built there. Now the heritage area appears to be only very small because all around I think they're going to build more homes. There's a lot up the top of the hill there. As we come in I saw a lot, and from the looks of that there's going to be a lot more built. I hope they don't ruin the place. Now across the road from me is the Catho Pub. Now a mining town isn't a mining town unless you have a pub, or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. Now, don't expect the sort of pub you're going to get at Coogee Beach or Bondi Beach or something like that. This is the Catho Pub and it's an original pub.
I would say that if you want, because we're open back, so it would have just been wanting some sort of excuse.
There's some beautiful drawings on the wall here in the Catho Pub, the Wharf.
mate.
See you, buddy.
And there's the coal mine. Pencil drawings, absolutely beautiful. That absolutely beautiful drawing. Oh, hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. Could I have a chicken palmy, thanks?
A chicken palmy?
Thanks, mate. Perfect. Well, there it is, a chicken palmy at the Catho Pub. Very nice. Well, that was a very nice chicken pajama. And now there's a bus stop straight out in front of the pub, but I might take a walk down to the bus stop down the bottom. One last walk before I get on the bus. Now here we are back at the bus stop where we arrived 3 hours ago. Now if you're coming to Catherine Hill Bay for the day, just make sure that you keep an eye on the buses. And as you can see, I'm catching the 1328 through to Charlestown via Swansea. And as you can see, there's only 4 buses a day going either way into Wyong and from here to Charlestown. Saturday there's 1 and Sunday there's none. Charlestown, this is the bus we want. G'day mate, how's it going? Thanks a lot. Okay, we're on our way again. Well, here we are back on the Pacific Highway again. Well, we're now heading into a place called Cam's Wharf. Well, here we are back on the Pacific Highway again. Well, welcome to Swansea. Well, here we are at Charlestown. Thanks. See ya. Well, that bus terminates here in Charlestown. Now I'm going to look around and see if I can find a bus going into Newcastle or Broadmeadow or somewhere near a railway station so I can jump on a train heading for Sydney. Now this looks pretty good. We've got buses going to Wycombe, Newcastle, Newcastle West, Belmont, Cameron Park. Aha! Newcastle via Adamstown and Katara. That's what it was. I don't know where all those people at the bus stop are going to, but we're on a bus and we're on our way after just a 4 or 5 minute wait. Now I'm presently in Katara. Now I know there's a railway station around here somewhere, but Katara railway station, but I'm a bit scared to get off because it might be too far to walk. I'll stay on. Well, I just asked the bus driver and she said that Adamstown's railway station is just up ahead and she's going to stop there for me. We're in luck. That's it. Thanks very much.
There's another man. Thank you.
Thank you. Ah, here we are. How lucky can you get? Here's Adamstown railway station, and hopefully we haven't got too much longer to wait for Sydney bound train. The time is 14:30 or 2:30 and there's a train leaving at 2:40, so we've got 10 minutes to wait, so that's not too bad. Now I was just looking at the time. Now we left Catherine Hill Bay on about the 1:30 bus, and I just look at the time now, it's just a few minutes after 2:30 in the afternoon. So it's taken us about an hour to get from Catherine Hill Bay to here at Adamstown, and Broadmeadow is just this is basically Newcastle, or close enough anyway. It's going back to Gosford. It's going to take about another hour and a quarter to get me back to Gosford. Train. Newcastle bound train.
This train will stop at Katara.
Okay, that was a nice trip down from Adamstown, and here I am back at Gosford again. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to do the trip yourself, I'll put all the links the timetables, the bus, train timetables in the description. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.